Hello, old friend. Oreo O cereal is back in the US for the first time in many years. This was an early thousands classic, and it was taken from us too soon due to lawyers. We're having a good old-fashioned taste test. Plus, I'm gonna tell you about the legal reasoning behind Oreo O's original discontinuation and why it's only been available in one Asian country until now. Plus, we're joining the US International Cream Team. That's gonna make more sense when we watch the original Oreo O's commercial. It's crunch time, baby. Hello, television viewers. My name is Nick. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel for a very special taste test where we are doing more than just trying out this cereal. We are also getting into the history behind its departure from this world and why it is back in my hands today. The best part is I had no idea this was coming. We were at the grocery store pavilions yesterday and I just saw these on the shelf. My jaw almost dropped because I have legit almost spent $12 on eBay to get one of these shipped from South Korea. But before we get into it, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really helps support this channel and it lets me know that you want to see more taste tests like this. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right over here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload at least 2 every week. If you're not aware of Oreo O's, then let me take you back in time. From 1998 to 2001, you could get Oreo O's from Post cereals. In fact, let's take a look at one of those 1998 commercials now.
The nation's obsession with post-Oreo O cereal has made milk a precious commodity. How are Americans handling the crisis? 2 words: self-control. And how are others coping?
It's been tough. Very tough.
Yet you kids are eating lots and lots of Oreo O's.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, that would be our dog Spot.
Post Oreo O's, part of a complete breakfast.
You may have noticed young Shia LaBeouf in that commercial, who would go on to enjoy many months of being a respected actor, followed by many years of not. Also, can we talk about how big the grapes are in this complete breakfast? I get all of my vitamins and nutrients from 4 fist-sized grapes every morning, and that's how I like it. So what happened to Oreo O's? This product is a collaboration between Post Cereals and Kraft Foods, who owns Oreo. And in 2007, those companies both decided to stop co-branding all of their products. So Kraft Foods owned Oreos, but Post owned the recipe for the cereal itself. That made it impossible for us to get this. There was, however, sort of a loophole that allowed the cereal to remain on shelves in South Korea. General Foods and Dongsuh Foods owned the rights to distribute Post cereals in South Korea. So when Kraft Foods bought General Foods, that meant that half of Dongsuh's shares were suddenly property of Kraft Foods. That made Dongsuh the only company on earth that had both licenses required to produce Oreo O's. But now, as it says on the back of this box, we are in the midst of the highly anticipated sweet return. Post Foods and Kraft Foods both decided to start co-branding again, so suddenly this is not off the table. They first released this as a Walmart exclusive product. I also saw it available on Amazon Pantry, but none of those things were on my radar until it showed up in front of my face where I shop. I remember the first time I had this cereal. I was so excited to try it, but my parents wanted me to wait until breakfast the next day, and I could not. So I snuck out of my bed at night and snuck a handful of these from the box. And then I tried to make it look like nobody opened it with my little boy hands, trying to factory seal a box of cereal. Didn't work. My dad knew instantly. When he tucked me in, he could smell it on my breath. I denied it, and he just let me have that one, but I was lying straight to his face. Thanks, Dad! Make your milk happy. It's the stuff breakfast dreams are made of. With that Oreo cookie taste you love and a rich cream coating, dig into your new old favorite. They really get you right in the nostalgic feels with this one. Without further ado, let's crack her open. Oh look, there they are. Cereal smell. You know how cereal all kind of smells the same? By the way, I'm not necessarily like someone who loves cereal. I loved it as a kid. I would never really eat it for breakfast, but it's not breakfast now, so. I don't know why the kids in that commercial didn't just use almond milk if there's such a milk shortage. What's good, Shia? You didn't know about alternative milks? Here comes the pour. Okay, it really does smell enticing, I'll tell you that. Let's coat things up in there. For the first time since at least 2007, Bon Appetit Oreo O's. That's such a good cereal. I love the classic O shape too. You know, you get the same crunch throughout the bowl as you do with like Cheerios, but the taste of like Cocoa Puffs. It's not wildly different than just Cocoa Puffs as far as I can tell. Although I do appreciate that creamy coating, which is almost like the frosting on Frosted Cheerios, if I could compare it to that. I didn't have the analytical mind for this when I was a kid. Now Big Papa's got the brains to break it down for ya. Really satisfying in like a chocolatey way. I'm gonna read you a fun fact about Oreo cookies. It takes 1 hour to make one Oreo cookie. The first Oreo cookie was made in Hoboken, New Jersey. At one point they came out with like a marshmallow version of this with the extreme cream, basically. That was when you had those sunglass white cream balls, and they were the cream team.
Give it up for the cream team!
We did it, guys. That was such a fun, tasty treat. I'm sure my teeth are cruddy. As much as I'm not a cereal for breakfast type of person, I guess cereals like this are underrated when it comes to a nighttime sweet snack, you know? It's not crazy with calories and sugar, although it's much more sugar than a child should be having for breakfast. Not that I'm a parent, but then with some almond milk, it's a little nutritious too. I live alone, I can do that. I didn't want to say anything, but I read some reviews online saying that this was disappointing to people who tried it again as adults. Not for me, this is pretty much exactly how I remember it. And I checked, this is the original 1997 recipe that they put out. Did you guys remember Oreo O's when you were growing up? Were you excited to see that it was back in town? What about that interesting backstory about why it was ripped from us so suddenly? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, I can't wait to hear from you. Also, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see even more taste tests like this. It also really helps support this channel, so thank you so much. But most importantly, if you're new here, I would love to have you click that subscribe button right over here. That way you never miss new videos from me. I upload at least 2 every week. You guys are the greatest. Thank you for joining the cream team in Oreo O Town with me. I will see you next time.